In this video, we are going to learn about growth of current in inductor. So, if you see this circuit, we have an inductor in series with the resistor, and EMF is applied through a switch. Now, what happens if inductor is not there? That means we have a resistor and then a switch and an EMF. So once we close the switch, immediately current reaches instantaneously. The current reaches max value. We can get I equal to E upon R according to Ohm's law. But if inductor is there in series in this circuit with a resistor, then that is not going to happen. This inductor is going to oppose the change in current, because current is initially 0. If current want to rise immediately to high value, maximum value, the inductor gives the maximum opposition. Now let's see at time t equal to 0 what happens to the how the inductor behaves. At t equal to 0, when the switch is closed, instantaneously this inductor acts like an open circuit. So at t equal to 0, inductor is acting like an open circuit, so our current flowing through the circuit is 0. Now what happens at infinity? At t equal to infinity. At t equal to infinity, what happens? The opposition of the inductor completes and it will act like a short circuit. This inductor just behaves like a short circuit. So I equal to I naught, I equal to I naught, that is equal to I max. Circuit current I equal to I naught, that is the maximum current. So that is what? That is equal to what? That is E upon R. So at time equal to infinity, the inductor acts like a short circuit, or in the practically it is actually 5 time periods. After 5 tau, the inductor acts like a short circuit. So now let's see, before we have to derive the equation equation relating current and time of an inductor. So before doing, let us understand this circuit, what happens. So when we close the circuit, current I flows through the circuit. I flowing through the resistor also. But when it reaches the inductor opposes the change in current. So what happens? There is a induced current is developed. This induced current is opposite to the direction of the current generated by the EMF or potential difference. So this opposes the current coming from the battery or EMF. So there will be a voltage across the inductor due to this induced current, that is given by E equals, that is the induced EMF, equal to mod of L di upon dt. So this inductor we can replace with a EMF. So I hope these things you have understood. And whatever is the current growth is happening, that is an exponential growth. And at the instant what happens when the switch is closed, inductor acts like an open circuit and there is no current flow through the circuit. And after 5 time periods, we will learn about in inductor, this L upon R is known as the tau or time period of the circuit. Time period. We have to derive an equation, and we have to see at one time period how much the current grows. Okay, so we got the basic idea about it. Now we will move to the derivation. Okay, now when I close the circuit, what happens? I flows through the circuit. So an EMF will be developed across the inductor, that is L d by dt, that is equal to mod. Okay, that is the voltage developed across the inductor. What about R? Okay, now apply KVL here. What we are doing? We are going to apply Kirchhoff voltage law in this loop. Now we will write the loop equation for KVL. So I am going clockwise direction. Okay. So from here I am starting. So it's a rise in potential. So it is E. What about the inductor? See, inductor current opposes the current of the current produced by the battery, or E. So current flows from higher potential to lower potential. So the battery, if you replace with a battery or a potential source, it has to be like this. So we are our minus, so it is minus L di by dt. How? Then only if I take it like that, only the current will opposes the circuit current. The induced current will oppose the circuit current I. Again, through a resistor, for the current to flow through a resistor, it is a drop, potential drop. So it is IR. As per KVL, this has to be 0. Now once you simplify this, you will get the equation. So how do you simplify? We will put E minus IR left side itself. L di by dt we will take to the right. L d upon dt. Now dt comes here. I am cross multiplying upon L equals di is there in the numerator. Cross multiply E minus IR comes down. Right. Now we can integrate. What is the limit of this integration? It is from 0 to t. What about the right side? It is 0 from 0 to I. Now if we integrate, what will come? What is the integration of dt? That is t upon L. What is the limit? 0 to t equals, what is the integration of di upon E minus IR? See, this is, you have to use one formula, that is dx upon b minus ax. Integration of this is equal to ln of b minus ax mod upon minus a. The same equation you have to use it here. So what I can write? It is ln of mod E minus IR. What is the limit? Oh, okay. I have to write minus IR. I have to write. Right. So what is the limit of this? The limit is from 0 to I. 0 to I is the limit. And now I'll put left side, I'll put the limit. So what I'll get? I'll get t upon L equals right side. This R is a constant, minus R I will take it here before applying the limit. Okay, now I'll apply the limit. So ln E minus IR minus of ln E, ln E, right, because I equal to 0 when I apply the lower limit. Now let's go to the next page. Okay, this 0 also has come with me. Okay, let's take it out. Okay, now what we have, so what we need, now we will use the property of logarithm. So we can write it as a minus r t upon L equals log of E minus IR divided by E, right? Now what is there? We want to cancel this ln. So for that we will take e to the power left, e to the power. We can write it as e to the power minus t upon L divided by R. I wrote L divided by R to make it in time constant. Nothing, it's just a division. Now what about the right side? Right side becomes E minus IR divided by E. Now, so it is E minus T upon L by R equals what? 1 minus IR upon E. Now this 1 minus IR I will take to the left side. So IR upon E equals 1 minus e to the power minus t upon L by R. I'll write to the right side. So now what we can do, again I want I only here. What that is what we want to find. I equals 1 minus e to the power minus t upon L by R. It is a single term, correct? Now what about the left side? I had E and R here, this E. What about this? So I will cross multiply, I will get E upon R, right? Now I equals, what is E by R? That is the maximum current in the circuit, that is I naught. I naught multiplied by 1 minus e to the power minus t upon L by R. So how can we write it? I equal to I naught multiplied by 1 minus e to the power minus t. Instead of L by R, what we can write? Tau. So we got a beautiful equation. So this equation represents the growth of current in a inductor. Growth of current in a inductor. Now let's see let's try to find the time period of this circuit. So what is the equation we got finally? I equals I naught multiplied by 1 minus e to the power minus t upon tau. Now if you take one time period, tau equal to what? It is L upon R for an inductor circuit. I equals I naught, if you take, we will take one time period, that is 1 tau, t equal to 1 tau, t equal to tau we will take it. So 1 minus e to the power minus tau upon tau which equal to I equals I naught, correct, I naught multiplied by 1 minus e to the power minus 1, toto cancels. So which equals I equals I naught multiplied by 1 divided by 1 upon e. What is 1 upon e value? 1 upon e equal to 0.368. That is the value. I hope all of you knows it. So I naught multiplied by 1 minus 0.368. What we get? We get I equal to 0.632 times of I naught. From this equation we understand that in one time period the current grows by 63% of the maximum value of the current. Now let's try to plot the graph. This is time versus current I. We will get an exponential plot like this. Okay, now at one time tau, this is the one time period tau, 2 tau, take it as 3 tau, then 4 tau, 5 tau, 5 tau. Now this one time period, this is the maximum value of the current. Okay, this value where it touches the infinity, that is I naught, that is given as I naught. In one time period 0.632 times I naught, the current grows to 63% of the maximum current value. In 2 time tau it grows to around 86%, that is 0.86 times I naught. Like this, after 5 tau here it's almost reaches maximum current. Practically we will take it as, it's a inductor is at short circuit, so maximum current will flow through the circuit. Inductor effect is just gone, it's just like acting like a short circuit. Then so 5 time period is an important point where the inductor acts like a short circuit, and the one time period is the time taken for the current to rise to 63% of the maximum value of the current. If inductor is not there in that circuit, E upon R will give maximum current. So in one time period, that is what we have seen, tau equal to L by R. In one time period, this value, the current grows to 63% of the maximum value of the circuit current. So this is the basic idea about, I hope you got the basic idea about inductor and how to derive the equation. In the next video we will see what is decay of current in an inductor. That is much simpler. So if you like the video, please hit the like button. Also don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends. Thanks.